Testing, testing. Okay, there. I think you all hear me now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Daily LeetCode live streams, where we start off where we left off the day before and keep on doing more LeetCode questions. If this is your first time here, I'm very happy to have you. Thank you for joining the grind. If you're a returning subscriber or a returning user, thanks again for being here. I truly do appreciate all the support I've been getting, and I love interacting with the community. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop a question or a comment on the chat, and I'll make sure to try and address those as quickly as I can. Just want to do some quick housekeeping. So we are currently at 176 questions, almost going to hit that 200 question mark, which is pretty phenomenal. I have never, in the years that I've done LeetCode, never ever have gotten to this amount of questions done, whether it be from all easies or all mediums. I've only done a handful of hards, but never have I gotten to this amount of questions. So if you're looking for a place to increase the amount of questions you've done, see someone attempt questions and solve them, then you're in the right place. I also want to give a quick update on my website. So the website that I've been curating for everyone is thisrafaelslist.com, which is essentially a list of top quality questions that I've discovered during my time of doing this journey. And just one really quick update that I've made, I just made it a little bit easier for people to mark off their progress. I think, there was no indicator before that you can click on the question and have it be completed. But of course, now with this green check mark, I hope it makes it a little bit easier. I'm currently working. I've been making some changes. Like if you go to the GitHub repo, you'll actually see I've been making a lot of changes, just like replacing some different technologies and using some other ones that I think are better, and doing some refactoring. I'm also taking this as a learning opportunity for myself as well. So I've been making changes here. I am currently working on a way to authenticate, so that way your progress will persist across sessions and across devices. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking into providing authentication through GitHub, but of course, if you all want more, let me know and we'll look at a way of adding that. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get started. I think today, let's see, we have to go to page 3, which is crazy, page 3. And we're gonna start in number of lines to write string. So let's go ahead and start with this one. We're starting off with a not so good of a quality question, but we're here to learn and we're here to try things out, so let us go for it. So, okay, we're given a string S of lowercase English letters and an array widths denoting how many pixels wide each lowercase English letter is. Specifically, width 0 is the width of A, width 1 is the width of B, and so on, okay? You are trying to write S across several lines where each line is no longer than 100 pixels. Starting at the beginning of S, write as many letters on the first line such that the total width does not exceed 100 pixels. Then from where you stopped in S, continue writing as many letters as you can on the second line. Okay, so I think what's happening is widths 10, 10, 10. So all of these are, let me see, output 3 and 60. And this is for, let me see, S, widths, and S. Widths, and this is S. And how many lines if each one can take up? So what's the second part here? If each one can take, return an array, total number of lines, result 1 is the width of the last line in pixels. Okay, I see. So we can do, let me see, how many widths do we have here? I'm guessing we can do 10 of these. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now we start a new one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, I lost my place. 9, 10. Let's say that's 10 right there. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's the third line, and that's 60 width. So I think we should always try, let's think about this. So what I want to do is, do you feel like LeetCode has helped you be a better programmer? Hey Nelson, thanks a lot for joining. You're a new face, so I always really love seeing new faces. Well, I guess new usernames. So yeah, thank you for taking the time to join the stream today. Do I feel like LeetCode has helped me become a better programmer? Absolutely. So the good thing about LeetCode is the skills are transferable, in my opinion. Obviously, learning LeetCode is good for interviewing, but in general, it's like doing anything, right? You're just learning a new skill. You're learning a lot of new data structures and algorithms, and especially once you start to get to like medium and hard questions, you're learning pretty unique ways of applying those algorithms. And a lot of times in your day-to-day code, whether you're working on something new or doing some refactoring or maybe like reviewing a PR, there's a lot of stuff that I've been able to take from LeetCode that I've been able to suggest or implement myself in my work. That has allowed for me to literally make things faster. So with that being said, I do think LeetCode is a worthwhile skill to learn. And the important thing is like, if you're doing it daily or many times a week, let's say like 5 times a week, you never have to catch up. I think that's when it becomes hard, right? When you're about to start interviewing and you're in this grind mode because you're like, oh my God, I have a month and I have to cram like 100 questions. You start freaking out, and that's not very pleasant. So if you do a little bit every single day, then you'll always be sort of ready, right? And it becomes a habit just like anything else. Like the same way that you'd brush your teeth or you would work out or something like that, or anything else, right? You just do it every day. Do you ever feel burned out by doing this every day? I don't, because I started doing it like through this medium, right? I enjoy talking. That's just like, I consider myself a people person, and this was a good way of me to like scratch that itch, sort of like almost doing a podcast sort of thing and just talking, but at the same time I get to practice LeetCode. So it's like making something that would otherwise be sort of boring alone or even like with a friend. I'm sort of making it into like a show. That's how I feel when I do this. It's like I'm a broadcaster, and I'm here just like, I'm like, this is live, right? We're here in a show, and the show is about LeetCode. So I feel like I get to, just communicate a lot with people. I get to talk to people. It's not even so much about LeetCode, really. I mean, it is, but it isn't. I just enjoy talking and like doing this live show thing. And don't feel like, by the way, you said last question, feel free to ask me however many questions you want. Like that it's very important to me that people ask questions, because then this becomes even more valuable, right? Because it's not just me throwing up answers, like on the screen here. Like I'm able to offer some perspective and also learn from you all, and you all can give me some perspective too. And hand sanitizer says, especially during those times where people are in the house more. Yeah, absolutely. Like we're just in the house more, we're seeking more communication, we're looking to like be around more people, or even online is helping out. So yeah, no, appreciate you all being here, and thanks again. Yeah, I'm only looking forward to growing even more and hoping to just provide, hoping to just help out the community. So let's keep it going here. What I want to do here is, we have, let me see, it can always be 100 pixels, right? So for every line, we're gonna have a counter. So I think we can start going through S. Let's say we initialize a counter. Let's say maybe like current width is 0. Current width is 0. And we can say current lines equals 0, right? These are the amount of lines that we had so far. And now I think what we can do is we can just start going through, S. So we can do something like for let, do I have to do, I'll just do this. For let I equals 0, or I think I'm actually going to do for const C of S. What is it that we want to get? We need to get the widths, right? Now the width, the only thing that's a little bit like weird about this, does this match up exactly to a letter? Like BBB, CCC, DDD, AAA. So are there 12, 3, 6, 9, 12? Is this of size 12? This doesn't look like it's of size 12. So how does this actually map? Width 0 is the width of A. Width 1, oh, okay. So yeah, this will always be of size 26. So B, we'll have to find the width of B inside of here. Okay, I see. So if we want to find, let's say like B would be 10, so B maps to 1. If we want to find the index of B, like we want to normalize it, we're gonna get the character code, and we're going to subtract 97 from it. So we can say like width index would be C dot car code at 0 minus 97. So 97 is the ASCII value of lowercase letter a. So if we subtract 97, then we sort of normalize it. So now a maps to 0, which is what we want. So we can get width index, and then we can also get const width value equals widths at width index, kind of like a weird word to say. Okay, so now we have the width value, and we also have the current width. So if we have, let me see, do I really need to keep track of like, yeah, we can say if, let's see, if current width plus width value is less than 100, right? Is less than 100, then we can actually do current width plus or equals width value. So we can keep doing this over and over again until we get to that point. Once it goes over, we'll have to do something else. So as soon as it becomes something else, else, I think what we can do is we can reset our current width. Let me see. If it's over that value, I think what we should do, right? Like if we're at 95 and we have a width of 10, if we add 95 plus 10, that's 105. But if it's over, we actually want to set the new current width to just be the current width value, right? I think the thing that we tried to add before, that's what we're going to start with in the next line. So current width equals width.value and current lines plus or equals 1. So let's try to go through this and see what happens here. So this one's okay. So we know all of these are going to be 60, right? So I'm not even going to write out widths, but I am going to write out this right here. So let's kind of go through this. I always like doing this thing where I'm like debugging my code manually. I think it's a good skill to learn. So I would encourage everyone to like do the same. I would encourage you to do the same when practicing and do the same during an interview. Like without even being prompted, just kind of go through a process of manually debugging and going through your code. Okay, so I'm going to be modifying these things right here. So const, so width index, I'm not even going to worry about width index because I know in this first case it's easy, they're all 10. So the width value is going to be 10. We say, okay, if current width, if 0 plus 10 is less than 100, then that means that we can add 10 to this. Okay, that's cool. So we'll add 10, right? And we keep doing this. We get to C, all right, we add another 10. We get to C, another 10. We get to D, that's another 10. We get to E, that's another 10. We get to F, that's another 10. We get to G, that's another 10. H, that's another 10. We get to I, that's another 10. We get to J, that's another 10. But you know what? It should work as long as it's less than or equal to. All right, so we get to J, that's another 10. Now we get to K, that's going to be 110, right? It's going to be 110. So we can't add this new 10 to there. So what do? We say current width is equal to the width value. So now we reset this to 10 and we increase this by 1. And now we go to L, that's 20. M, that's 30. N, that's 40. O, that's 50. P, that's 60. Q, that's 70. R, that's 80. S, that's 90. And then we get to T, that's 100, so that's still okay. We get to U, that's going to be 110. So what do? We reset to 10. We increase this to 2. Now we go to the next one. V, that's 20. W, that's 30. X is 40. Y is 50. Z is 60. Right? So we're at 60. Now what happened though? Like at the end, when we get to all this, we're going to actually get out of bounds of here. So I guess as long as we're still under, like, should we always just add 1 to the end? Because if this was, even if this was like 100, I think at the end we should always add 1. So maybe we can return something that's like, let's see, current lines plus 1 and current width. This is what I'm thinking so far. Do you only do LeetCode or do you teach as well? So that's actually a funny question you asked. So I actually just stopped being a sort of like full stack like web developer tutor. I was a tutor for a boot camp for almost 2 years, and I just stopped doing that. But I mean, I enjoy helping people. I enjoy teaching if I can. My perspective is like, I learn from anyone. Sometimes I learn the most valuable things from people that are just starting out. So I don't really consider experience. Like, experience is important, but sometimes like the more experience you have, you get like tunnel vision. So someone new coming into the field might show you something that you never even considered. But I guess to answer your question, I have taught before. So yeah. But yeah, let's see what this gives us. So 3 and 60, okay, for that first one. Let's get this next one now. I'm not sure why this one's being voted so poorly. Like, I feel like this is a pretty nice question. But let's see, maybe the test case for this next one will show me why it's bad. Okay, 2 and 4, 2 and 4. Do I submit? You're more front end or back end? I have like a passion for front end, but in my day job, like in my work, there's an expectation that we should all be comfortable with full stack work. I do enjoy working full stack because, I do still want to get the breadth of software engineering. I don't want to just be like pigeonholed to one side, but I tend to do more front end, I would say. But, I'm open to like learning anything. So let's submit this and see what we got. 90%. This is I don't think this is a bad question. I don't see why it's rated so poorly. I think this is a nice question. Like, yeah, I don't see why this is rated so poorly. I don't like that. So I'm gonna like this one, and I will add this one to my site because I think it's cool. I'm very curious why people voted it so poorly. Anyway, so the time complexity here is just n, right? We're gonna go through every single letter of S, right? And our space complexity is constant. Like, the space that we create is not dependent on the size of either of these things. So at work, I use Angular. I guess like for personal projects, I tend to go more Next.js. So just a quick tangent, like this website, like the website I created, Raphael's List, is written in Next.js currently. Maybe I'll do like a video. If you guys want me to make a video on like the tech stack I use for this, I can do that. I think Next.js is nice because it's slightly better than React in that it gives you a very good foundation for starting your React-based projects. I like React because you can prototype quickly, you can plug and play with a lot of different technologies, so you're not sort of stuck to whatever the ecosystem wants you to do. You can have like good conversations in your team of what it is that you want to build and what tools you want to use. I think Angular is also very good though for enterprise work where you have you have a lot of people working on the same code base. Angular provides very opinionated styles, and so it prevents you from having too many options, right? So everything is sort of consistent. So yeah, so I created this using Next.js as my front-end framework, and then you can see here like a recent commit I made was replace Firebase SDK with Prisma and Mongo. So I'm using MongoDB for the backend database, which is where I store all the different questions that I list here. And then I'm also using Prisma, which is an object relational mapper. It just allows you to interface with Mongo or Postgres. I think it's like the default one that they push on you. It allows you to work with your database in a very intuitive way, and it's pretty cool. And actually recently I also switched to using Zustand for state management. I was trying to use context first, and that was all right, but Zustand just made things a lot easier, and I don't know, it was fun. I just wanted to like mess with some other stuff. So do you think boot camps are worth it since there's endless tutorials out there and tons of info on the web? Like, I didn't do a boot camp. I graduated from a 4-year degree, Bachelor's of Science in audio engineering. I didn't even do a computer science degree. I think it can be if you go to the right one. Not to like, I'm not like super shameless plug, and I don't even work for them anymore, sort of, but there's a very good web development boot camp called Practicum. This is the one that I was a tutor in, and it's really, really good. It's like a 10-month web development boot camp that you learn a lot in. I mean, they take you from the basics of HTML all the way to like deploying and doing authentication using middleware, doing like client-side, server-side validation, using Nginx. I mean, it's a lot. So if you are looking into doing a good boot camp, I would highly recommend Practicum. And I promise you, I'm not sponsored by these people. I don't get any more money by telling you this. Like, I just feel like it's very good. And the nice thing is it's 10 months. Like, my girlfriend did a boot camp. My girlfriend did this one called Ironhack. Which is also really cool. And I know a lot of people that graduated from Ironhack and now they have jobs as web developers. I just think that this one's a little bit faster. This is like a 3-month program, whereas Practicum is 10 months. So depending on your schedule, depending on how casual you are and what it is that you want, you can pick either of these. Of course, there's a lot more. At the end of the day, it's going to be the student that decides like how much they want to push themselves and how much they're willing to like go the extra mile. As we all know, it's very competitive. So like, it doesn't matter really the boot camp, it's more on you. In my opinion, software engineering is great. I did that and it helped me so much. Yeah, no, I love 4 year school, man. I mean, I loved it because of academics. I loved it because of my social life. I loved it because like everything that comes with being in university, right? Like it was definitely an amazing time of my life, and I'm very grateful for having gone. So, but I'm not. I don't think like I'm 29 currently. I'm not like I don't feel old. I don't consider myself old, but I do realize that the younger generation of students and kids are more digital. Like they're more looking to do things like a la carte or online. So, you know, I get that there's sort of this desire to do things like on the fly and online and maybe in a shorter amount of time. My girlfriend did it. My girlfriend got a job as a web developer full time about a year ago, and she's doing amazing for herself. And she's 22 right now. So when I was 22, I wasn't doing anywhere near as good as she's doing. I didn't even start my career until I was 24. When I was 22, I was just pretty much like enjoying my time in university. So anyway, that was good. I'm really glad for those questions. I might have to like rename this stream and call it like the philosophical stream or something, because we've talked a lot here, and I like that a lot. It's cool. This is like a different type of stream, so it's sweet. All right, cool. Let's go to the next thing here. Distribute candies. Oh, I've done this question before, but I'll try to like explain. Or wait, have I? Is this the one? No, maybe this is not the one. Okay, no, it's not the one. Another bad one, but let's see if it's actually bad. Oh wait, I didn't want to vote this down. Okay. Alice has N candies where the ith candy is type candy type. Alice noticed that she started to gain weight, so she visited a doctor. The doctor advised Alice to only eat n divided by 2 of the candies she has, and is always even. Alice likes her candies very much, and she wants to eat the maximum number of different types of candies while still following doctor's advice. Given the integer array candy type of length n, return the maximum number of different types of candies she can eat if she only eats n divided by 2. Alice can only eat 6 divided by 2 candies. Since there are only 3 types, she can eat 1 of each type. Okay, let me think about how to do this. So n divided by 2 candies. Given the integer array candy type of length n, so there's 2 of 1, 2 of 2, 2 of 3, 2 of 1. So can't she just do 1 of 2 or 3? She can still only eat 3 different types. Isn't it always just going to be, there's 4 of 1. She can eat n divided by 2 of the candies. Alice has n candies where the ith candy is of type candy type I. She can only eat n divided by 2. Alice can only eat 6 divided by 2 candies. Since there are only 3 types, she can eat 1 of each type. Okay, and where's the 6 coming from? Is n the length? Oh, okay, n candies. 4, okay, 4, 2. I see. Here, there's 1, 1, 2, 3. She should have 1 of each one of these, n divided by 2 candies. Whether she eats types 1, 2, 1, 3, or 2, 3, she can still only eat 2 different types of candies. There's 4 of these, n divided by 2 candies. Even though she can eat 2 candies, she only has 1 type. I'm trying to figure out how this like all makes sense. This question is like worded weirdly for me at least. It's like hard to understand. She has, okay, if we look at like this array for example, right? We have of 1 we have 2, of 2 we have 2, and of 3 we have 2. She can only eat 6 divided by 2 candies. Okay, she can eat 3 of them. So we should take, okay, I see. In this one, let me see. The maximum amount of candies that she can eat if she can only eat n by 2 of them. Okay, so she has 1, 2, 2, 1, and 3, 1. What if she took a 2 and a 3? She'd be able to have 3 candies, no? Output 2. She can only have 2 candies, but she can have, these are of types, no? 1, 2, 1, 3, or 2, 3. She still can only eat 2 different types. 1 and 2. She can eat 4. She can have 2 candies, but she only has 1 type. This is very strange because like Do we just store like in a set how many different types of these she has? Like she has 3 unique candies and she can eat 3. Okay, here she has 3 unique candies, but she can only eat 2. So why does that mean? Okay, here she has 1, but she can eat 2. Is it just that? Hey, Sagoy, what's up, man? Good to see you. I almost feel like we can take the set of this. That'll give me the unique candies. She can only eat 3. Okay, so the maximum will either be... Wait a second. Is it just like... I'm going to try something kind of weird. Just bear with me. What if we did math.max of new set of candy type dot size, or candy type or math.floor of candy type dot length divided by 2. I know this looks crazy. I'm just trying something out for fun. 3 and 3. Let's see this next one here. Okay, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. Maybe, oh, should it be, maybe it should be the minimum. It should probably be the minimum, right? Should it be the minimum? If I can eat 2 candies, and I have 3 of them, so I can only eat 2. I can eat 2 yeah, so I think it's this one. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. I'm just gonna run this and see what happens. Wow, okay, that's funny. Yeah, like, I don't know. I was just like going through this, right? And we have however many unique amount of candies, right? We have 3 different types of candies, and I can eat 3 of them. So in this case, I can eat all of them. Here, we have 3 unique types of candies, but I can only eat 2 of them. So we can only have 2, right? The minimum of the unique ones versus the amount I can actually have. Here, I only have 1 type. Even though I can have 2, I have to take the minimum, because that's just, I only have 1, right? I can't have 2 because I don't have 2 types. So I hope that makes sense. I know this maybe looks a little bit weird. This is a LeetCode AF solution. Like, and what I mean is, like, do you guys get this right here? Let me see. Oh, this is from yesterday. AACCEIOUU. This looks like some piece of art or something, man. Like, it's this. Like, that question, that answer I just gave is a LeetCode AF answer. Like, that is the type of answer you would see on LeetCode. Like, most voted answer, oh yeah, here. And people reading it are like, what? Like, what does that even mean? LeetCode AF answer. That's what this is. LeetCode AF answer. If you don't know what AF means, probably you can look it up on like Urban Dictionary or something. All right, cool. Let's go to the next one. That was cool, I guess. Uncommon words from 2 sentences. Finally, a question that could be decent. A sentence is a string of single-space separated words where each word consists only of lowercase letters. That's a very important piece right there already, right? Chich, I'm in high school and I love programming. I started at 13 years old. Is it going to affect my university years? Because maybe it's going to be boring. In that case, what do I do? No, I don't think it will affect your university years at all. You mean, in like what sense though? Do you mean because you feel like you're going to know so much already that it will be boring? Remember, in university, you're doing things that are maybe a little more theoretical. Probably you've been doing a lot of stuff that's practical, although I don't really know what you've done. I don't know what you've done. I'm guessing you've probably like built your own apps. You've probably messed around with a couple of languages, but maybe something like university is gonna give you more of that theoretical background. And the thing is, like, a degree still holds a lot of weight. So if you really don't want to go to university, then maybe your best thing would be just like go to a community college, go to like a cheap school and just get a degree. That way you have that qualification. Or if by the time you're ready to apply to university, you feel like, you feel that you really want to like excel, maybe like try to go to like an Ivy League school like Cornell or Penn State or MIT or something like that, right? Uni has a bunch of other stuff, not just programming. Yeah, you're right. Like university, there's a lot more to university than just programming. So especially if you go to like a big state school, like I think oh, okay. I was actually thinking about other things to go, but yeah. I was thinking like, university is also fun. Like you get to go to like football games. You get to, I don't know, probably meet a lot of different people from a lot of different backgrounds. You get to be part of like a lot of clubs. You just get to like, I just think it's very fun. And if you know how to balance the fun with your like career and your professional life, I think it's like best of both worlds, I think. But, I'm going to get a sip of water real quick. All right. So a word is uncommon if it appears exactly once in one of the sentences and does not appear in the other sentence. So this apple is sweet, this apple is sour. So we've done questions like this before, and I have messed up on them. So we need to approach this, we need to tread lightly. Super random tangent. This has nothing to do with LeetCode, but tonight I'm going to start a new playthrough of Fallout 3. I've played Fallout 3 many times, and I just thought about this, but I'm really excited to play Fallout. But I thought it'd be really cool, like the alert box I have. Unfortunately, no one has like followed me on Twitch or on YouTube during the time we're doing the stream, so you guys are unable to see the alert box pop up. But I think it'd be really cool if we had like Vault Boy or Vault Girl like show up on the screen anytime someone subscribed, instead of having like the default Streamlabs avatar or whatever. It'd be cool if it was like Fallout themed. Anyway, I just thought about that, and I just thought I'd share it with you all. All right, cool. So imagine we had a map, right? Like I think we should do a map of words that exists in one and a map of words that exists in the other. So we say this exists in the second one, so we don't do it. Apple exists here, we don't do it. Is sweet, okay. Sweet does not exist in there, so we add it. Turn a list of all the uncommon words, so it says if it appears exactly once in one of the sentences and does not appear in the other sentence. Why do I feel like we've done a question exactly like this before? Because, I'm going to just try to, not like brute force it, but I'm going to do pretty much exactly what it says. We're going to get the frequency of words in each one of these sentences here. Okay, so how are we going to do that? Let's say get word frequency. Here we're going to take a string. Here we're going to create a new object. We're going to call it frequency. Now this string, it looks like, can we assume there's no leading or trailing spaces and they're all separated by a single space? So I'm going to have to do for const word of str split by space. Inside of frequency, we can say frequency of word equals frequency of word plus 1 or 1. And then we'll return frequency. So here I can say S1 frequency equals get word frequency of S1, and then S2 frequency equals get word frequency of S2. So let's start off with this. Okay, now we have frequencies of both. So I think what I want to do, let's say const result is this. Can we just go through each? Well, it's unfortunate that I have to split each one of these words again, but I guess that's just the nature of the beast, right? So if we do for const word of s1 dot split, let's see. So it says a word is uncommon if it appears exactly once in one of the sentences and does not appear in the other sentence. So if s1, a word is uncommon if it appears exactly once in one of the sentences and does not appear in the other sentence. Does that mean that, I guess this will be the same. So if s1 dot frequency of word is equal to 1 and, let's see, s2 dot frequency, it shouldn't exist in this one, and s2 frequency of word equals undefined, then we should be able to do result dot push word. for const word of S2 split, if S2 frequency of word, right, and S1 of frequency is equals to undefined, then we can push the result. So let me see what we get for this one right here, right? So S1's going to have apple twice, and this one's going to have banana. So I get to apple. This doesn't appear twice, so we'll never do anything here. We get here, it appears once and not in the other one. So I think this could be the answer. Let's check it out. Let's just do all of our test cases. Sweet, sour, and banana. Now, if history shows anything, there's probably an edge case that I'm missing here. But we're going to run it and we're going to see, because I might be wrong. Maybe there's not. Maybe I did it right. We're going to submit. We're going to see. All right, cool. That's awesome. So it's these questions are extremely common. By the way, like I feel distribute candies. I don't know if did I like this question? I don't think it was. No, but this one I do like. I am going to like this one. I'm going to add this one to my list. There's a lot of questions we've done like this before. This is a very common pattern, being able to like create maps of two different words and look at them. Now, can we increase or can we make this faster? Because we're really like, what's something I can do right in the beginning instead of splitting this twice? Since I know that I'm going to split it already. Can I just do that once? I mean, that might save me a little bit of time. So if I do like S1 split, right? If I just calculate it here, const S2 split, S2 dot split. All right, let's do this. And now we can start changing some stuff here. So here we'll get the frequency of S1 split and S2 split. Now in here, I don't even have to do this anymore. I can just do str, right? And then here, I can just use my split. This way, I only have to split once, because before I was splitting 4 times, right? Let's run this again. Let's make sure our test cases still pass. And okay, let's run this. 56.82. Let me see. Let's think about this. How many words do we have in here? 200. It'd be nice if, like, do I even have to create? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter creating 2 different frequency maps. I was almost thinking of creating like one place to store, but the length of these will be less than 200. If I created an array of size 200, how can I store my words? I don't know if they're all unique enough that I can just assume this apple is sweet. Like, how do I pick this apple? Yeah. Let's try this again. Yeah, the fact that it's running like this slowly, I mean, we can, do I want to look at the solution yet? Const word of S1 split. These are both different sizes. I'm going to have to go through each one. Let's see, counting. Every uncommon word occurs exactly once in total. We can count the number of occurrences of every word and then return ones that occur exactly once. What's happening there? Poor question, because of the confusing description appears exactly once. It's actually unique words in one sentence instead of uncommon words from 2. Oh, really? Is it only? No, wait. Unique words in one sentence? Ah, okay. If we just concatenate these, we just return the unique ones. Apple, apple, banana. Banana shows up once. Wait, can we do that? Wait. Okay, we're gonna try something else crazy. We're gonna try something really crazy here. So bear with me again. Return words with 1 count. Yeah, no, I think that's exactly what they're saying. That it's only unique words in both sentences. Like, what if I did? Okay. I think I know what we can do here. What if I just created a set of the combined arrays of each one of these? So if I did like S1 copy equals this, const S2 copy, or can we just do, let's say copy or combined equals S1, S2. And then that's going to give me an array. So I'm going to return the set, but I need to return a new set of combined. And this one's, will this work? This apple, okay. Oh, it's not doing, yeah, I need to do S1. I guess we can try this. I might not even need to, this apple is sweet, sour. This apple is sweet, sour. But this is, oh, but this is not returning to me. Yeah, no, I guess that's not really going to be, that's not, the set's not going to help here, right? Because it's just going to still give me the one. Yeah, okay. But no, VP Pat, like, you're absolutely right. It's just the ones that have one count. That's exactly what it is. Which I guess even with my previous solution, we still have to get the frequency maps of both. But I guess instead of doing any of this, we can just return the ones that have, yeah, we can just return the ones that have that. What's a nice way that we can do this? We can actually do, okay, I do want to try something else. What if we did const combined equals S1 frequency, S2 frequency. So I return the ones that have a count of 1. I want to try something that's going to look nasty. Again, just bear with me. So what if I reduced this object into a single array that only included the things that were, now how can I do that? Can I do return object dot entries of combined, return object dot entries combined dot reduce accumulator and value. We can do accumulator and the value, where value here should be the key and the value. It's actually going to be, this is going to be an array. I think that's how it's going to work. What's the initial thing here? An array, right? So we can say if let's see. It's key value. So if value, I know this looks crazy. I'm seriously just trying this out for fun. If value of 1 equals 1, then I can say that ack equals ack.concat value of 0, return ack. Yeah, I swear if this works. There's something else that we messed up here though. S1 if value 1 equals 1. S1 frequency, S2 frequency, object entries combined. This should have all the frequencies. So why in the first one, this apple is sweet? Oh, this apple is sour. Oh, I know why. I should be getting the frequency. Yeah, I will need to get the frequency of, yeah. It's all right. I wanted to try something crazy, but that's cool. Or should I just go for it? Should I just go for it? Get word frequency. I need to pass in. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna do split. S1 plus a space plus S2. We're gonna get the frequency of this. Get word frequency of split. And then we don't even need this thing. We're gonna get the entries of S1 frequency. Here, this should be key value. Or key here would be word, and this would be frequency. So if frequency is 1, if frequency equals 1, then accumulator will be accumulator.concat word, and then we just return the accumulator. Let's try that out. I'm having too much fun right now trying to like mess with like this reduce thing. Did I not? And of course. Wait. There's still hope here, guys. There's still hope here. Is it gonna return me this space though? It's definitely gonna return that space, right? But okay. I think that space is gonna be returned. Oh, wait. Let's see. Is it gonna run? Oh man, I'm scared. Let's go. That's crazy. That's just crazy. So, like, okay, what did I do here, right? Reduce. Okay, there's this user. Actually, one of the moderators on my Discord. His name's John. I met him like a couple of days after I started my Discord server. He like got me a while ago, like a month ago. He got me involved with Reduce, or like into Reduce, and Reduce is phenomenal. Like if you can understand how to use Reduce, it will change the way you code. I promise you. You can just like take anything, any value, and condense it to a single output. In this case, we're taking two strings and condensing it to a single output, which is just an array of these two different values, sweet and sour. Really, what I'm doing here is I just concatenate S1 plus S2, right? This part right here, and then I split it, so I get each individual word. Then I get the frequency of that. This doesn't even need to be called S1 frequency, but it's fine. I just left it from before. We just get the frequency of all the words, and what does reduce here do? All right, so object.entries, right? This is a standard JavaScript thing. What this is gonna do, it's going to give me an array of all the entries inside of my object, where each array is going to be key and value, right? So the key, for example, would be like this, and the value here would be like 2, right? Here, this would be apple and 2. This would be is and 2, so on and so forth. That's what object.entries does, right? So this itself is an array. So I can do reduce on an array. Accumulator is the thing that I am accumulating. It's the value that I'm eventually going to output, in this case the array, right? This argument I pass here, this is just like the starter value of accumulator. Here, what I'm doing is I'm using array destructuring, so that every time, like reduce is going to go through each one of these individual indices. Array destructuring allows me to pull each one of these out and assign them to these variables. So word will correspond to index 0, and frequency will correspond to index 2. Then we get here, and now word becomes apple, frequency 2. We get here, word becomes is, frequency 2, so on and so forth. If I ever get to a spot where frequency is 1, just like VP Pat said, that's when I know that I want to push, or I want to concatenate my previous accumulator to include this new word, and then we end up with our output. So very, very cool usage of reduce. Highly recommend you learn how to use it. That was a terrible time right here, but I'm glad we spent a lot of time on this question. That was very cool. I hope you all learned a little bit from this one, because this one, that was fun. All right, let's get to our next one. Ooh, binary tree post order a traversal. So you look at this question, you're like, oh, hey, this is easy. But of course, the famous follow-up is, could you do it iteratively? I tend to not be very good at these questions, but we're going to try and do it. Now, I'm not even going to bother. Maybe I'll bother how to do it recursively, but definitely after we do the iterative solution. So we're going to pull up Excalidraw. We're going to, let's just like, can I like zoom out of here? I want to see like my entire workspace. No? Okay, that's cool. Let's go to here, and we have 1, 2, and 3. So we're gonna do 1. I'm gonna copy this 1, 2, and 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We'll put the numbers in here. 1, 2, 3. That's what it was, right? Okay, so post order traversal means that we visit our children first and then we get the value. So yeah, it should be 3, 2, 1, right? Because if we write the template for post order traversal, what it's going to look like, it's going to be like post order root.left, post order root.right, and then, you know, do something with the root, right? This is how it would look for a post order traversal. That's like the template that we're going to use. Visit the children first, and then we do something with our root. So seems to me, like in my case, I should have a loop that tries to go all the way left continuously, and then it just goes all the way right continuously, and then it does something with the root, just like I have here. But the nice thing about recursion is we can take advantage of the internal stack that it creates for us, whereas with iterative solutions, we're going to have to create and manage our own stack. So let's think about doing this. Let's see what we can do here. So I forget if like it's always even a good idea to start off with, like, let's say we have, I always like drawing one of these like diamonds right here. This is going to be like our pointer where we currently are. We're currently at 1. So what happens if I immediately try to go left? I go left, and I'm like, okay, that's null, so let me go back. But then I'm here, and I go right. I go right again, maybe. Okay, that's null. Let me go here. But then why would I go left? Should I be pushing anything in here in the meantime? If I think about how this works with the like just normal recursion, when I enter this for the first time, when I call this function the first time, I'm going to call it with 1. Right? So perhaps 1 should be there. Let's say this. Let me make this bigger. Nope, not that big. Not that big. Okay, let's say it like here. So we'll start off with 1. And then I'm like, okay, we're going to try to go left now. Cool. This is null. So I guess we'll just go back to where we previously were. Let me think about this though. How was it that we, oh no, this will be the node that I save. So let me see. I'm gonna start writing an algorithm like push current node, or maybe we can say while current node, while current, we can push current dot, or we can push current, and then we'll say current equals current dot left. Maybe something like this. I'm going to also make this a little bit bigger. Right? So let's say, where's my diamond? I lost my diamond. Here it is. So let's start in the beginning again. So while current, it is current. So let's push 1. Okay, then we're going to try and go left. Okay, so left is null. So now we're no longer here. Now, should I set current equal to the last thing in my stack and then try to go right? Like when do we pop? Because maybe we shouldn't even do that. 3, 2, 1. Oh, maybe we should try and go, what if here we try, oh, I'll just try it out, right? Current equals like stack dot length minus 1. So what happens if we go here? Okay. Or maybe, you know what? Maybe I should actually say, maybe here we can say like const previous equals stack at stack dot length minus 1. I think I gotta like move all this stuff over so we can expand on this. Okay, and then here we can say current equals previous dot right. That way we'll end up here, and then maybe here is where we start our loop again. While current we push 2. Okay, current equals current dot left. While current we push 3. Okay. Now we're back here. You say go to the left, or no, we go left here. Const previous equals stack. Content equals current equals previous dot right. So we're here. Now what do we do here? Should I just start like pushing? Should I just start popping off my stack, and that's going to be like if I just unwind the values? Postorder traversal 1 or 3, 2, 1. So you put the stack there, then we go to the right. That's going to be 2. Okay, and we go left. right. Okay, wait. I think we're on something because only if like the right here was not null. So because it wasn't null, we were able to start this current thing again. Current equals previous dot right. Okay, maybe if right is null, do we just pop? Okay, if we go, okay, previous dot right, then we start this thing over again. Current equals, wait. Okay, we're here, current previous dot right. While current we push to, then we go to the left. Then we go to the left again. Const previous is stack, which is the 3. We go to the right. Okay. This one is now null. Maybe because this is null. Like it's the first time that the right one, it's the first time that previous dot right is null, and maybe that means something. I mean, do we just push it at this point? Like what happens if like, if not current, do we say like result dot push stack dot pop? But now how do we know, or why would that be the end? You know what? I think what's happening here is this example is a little bit contrived. I think I need to come up with like maybe a better example because it's confusing just to mess around with like one thing. Let me remove this down here. Oh man, come on. What if instead we just like make another one here? Do something like this. Do like a 5. And then I'll do another one. I'll put it down here. Okay. So we try to go left. Like in the actual post order, right? We go left, that's null. So we come up, but we do have a 1 in the stack. And we go here. Okay, we go left, as far left as we can go, as far right as we can go. So how does that, I think I'm close. I think I'm like figuring it out. We go as far left as we can go. Then we go right. Then we go as far left as we can go. We go right. If right is null, then we come here. We do 3. Okay, or do we do 3? Left, okay, right, left, here, left, right, nothing, 3. Come up here, we just finished going left, so we go right, left, down here. Yeah, maybe we can do that instead. Go as far left as we can go up here, as far right as we can go. That's null, so once that's null, we get up here. That will be 3, so then we come back here, and maybe this is the current one. When do we start? I think we need like a couple different loops here. Yeah, so I'm gonna move this around here so I can kind of look at this again. So if we're here, while current, we're gonna push current and current dot left. So let's also bring our array that we had up here. That's gonna be very useful. Put this down here. All right, so we pushed 1. Current is current dot left. Now const previous is stack dot length minus 1. Current equals previous right. Okay, cool. Now here I think we could start again. I think we can start again here going all the way left, as long as it's not, if not current, we don't do anything. Okay, so then while current, we push 2. We go left, we push 3. We go left, const previous is this right. If not current, let's say now, should we now push 3 and we're like popped off of this? Okay, if that happens, do we just make the previous, can I also make the previous be like I know I'm kind of like copying this in here, but could we do that? Const previous is stack, okay, to the right. Now we come here. So we push 5, go to the left. Oh, nope. We're here at 5. We go to the left. That's null. So now we go to the previous, which is right. We push 6. Oh man, I put that diamond in a bad spot. There you go. Dot right, previous dot right. We push 6. We go left. That's null. We go over here, not current. So now we push 6. And we set previous. Yep, messy, but it's gonna work. 6 result push, but now we do, so we pop this guy off. Current equals previous dot right. No, I can't make it previous. I think it just needs to be, or do we just always, no, we don't always pop off everything here. If not current, so now we come up here. So does this mean that I've already visited, if I'm back here, if current, is it always the case that if I'm left, right, left, okay, right, so we pop off this one, come up here, right, do I just push until this is empty? If not current, wait, can we do if not current and while, if not current, and could we just do while? Oh, we could do it recursively, but the follow-up is to do it iteratively. So I'm trying to just like do the harder way because I think it's more beneficial for us. What if we do a while loop there? What if we do while current, while not current, and stack dot, I don't think this is the right way, and stack dot length greater than 0. Result dot push stack dot pop. Could we just push all of them? Now what happens at the end? What does current become? Maybe that's not, that's probably not the right way of doing it either. I've definitely done this before, but I haven't done it in a while. We just really have to think about like exactly, and I wish there was like an easier or a nicer way to draw the stack, but if we do it recursively, right, we go to the 1 first, that's where we start. Again, if I take my diamond that I keep misplacing, all right, we go to the 1 first. The first time I call this function, the stack will have this like 1 record. I'll come here, I'll come back to this, but I won't pop anything off yet. I'll just push the next thing onto the stack. Then I go left, I push 3, I come here, I come there. Now I'm back at the 3, I pop the 3 and go back to 2 and go to my right. Now I'm at 5, I go left, nothing there, I come back here, go right, nothing there, come back here, go right here, nothing there, so I pop the 6, I pop the 5. See, how come when I come here, oh, you know what? Maybe it's because we go to 1, we go left, we go back to 1, now we go right, we go 2, then we go to 3. Maybe I don't want to, maybe I'm not supposed to pop this. Maybe it shouldn't be stack.length. Maybe it's supposed to be, I just like pop this 1 once, then I go to the next right, I push 5. Okay, then I push 6, nothing there, so I go to 6. I'm at the 5 now. Now that I'm at the 5, why would I pop off again here? That's the part that I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out like, how do I know that I just finished going on my right side here? I go all the way left, then I go right. I go all the way left, then I go right once, then I go all the way left, I go right once. Maybe that's a better way of thinking about it. I go all the way left, then I go right once. I go all the way left. I try to go right once, but I can't, so I just push this next one. Then I go all the way right. I could go all the way right, so now I go left. I can't go right, so I push the 6. Now I'm over here. There's still a right. How do I know that I just did that right? Pop, pop, pop. Pop until when? Did I just go all the way back? Left. Wait a second. Right, like that's what we do. We go left as much as we can, and then we go right once. If we can. If we can't, we just pop. Like maybe we can write that out. I'm actually gonna delete everything because I need to write some notes out here. So 1, go as left go as left as we can, pushing each time. Go right once if we can. Go right once if we can, else we do something. All right, so go as left as we can, pushing each time. I wish I had like another image of like a binary tree. I just want to see an image of a binary tree to get this in my head. Like this. We start at 1. We go as left as we can. So we go 1, 7, 2. We go left. We can't anymore. We go to the previous one. We go 1 right, but we can't. So now we do 2. That's like the new thing. So I go to my previous. I start going right once. Okay, cool. Now I start to loop over. I push 6. I push 2. Come over here. I can't push anymore, so go, okay, push 5. Okay. Come over here. I go right once. I can. I go left. Go right once. Not anymore. Now I'm at 11. See, but now do I just pop until I have one thing left? Maybe that's what I have to do. Maybe I just pop 11, 6, and 7 until I have one thing left. That one thing is like my root. Then I just go to its, maybe I just go to its right. Something like, what if we had like let or const results? What's this? What's our root? Okay, there's a chance this could be empty. So if not root or root.left equals null and root.right equals null, return root. So we have const result and we have const stack. Okay, so while something, I haven't figured that part out yet. I'll just say while true. I know it's not the nicest thing right now, but while true, let's also say that let current equals root. So what if we did while current, we can say stack.push current equals current.left. Right, so we'll start here. So we push 1, we go left, we push 7, we go left, we push 2, we go left. We can't, so as soon as that happens, we just go to the previous one, right? While current, when we get out of here, I know current is that, so I'll say const previous is stack of stack.length minus 1. Current is equal to previous.right. In this case, we have 1, 7, 2. I go left, so I'll try to go to the right now. So I should have 1, 7, and 2 pushed. So if I can't do that, how do I know? My thing is like trying to figure out how many times do I pop before going to this. How many times do we pop here? Tricky, tricky, tricky. It's that one thing, and I'm sure the answer is like right in front of me. Left, left, left. I can't go left anymore. I go as right as I can. Okay, I can't go right, so I just push what I have in my stack currently. Then I go to the previous one. And I start the whole thing again. Or I don't go to the, well, maybe I do go to the previous one. Well, I go to its right. If I can't, I just pop. Okay, I go to its right, 6, 5. I go left, I can't. I go right, so I push 5. Then I go to 11. Okay, I can't push this one. See, but do I go back to like how many times? Yeah, that's the part that I'm like not sure of that. Well, to do something a little bit easier, or just for the sake of getting it complete, although I'm not gonna say it's like I'm not in love with this answer because I really do want to do it recursively, but we can say if root, say postorder traversal root dot left and results, root dot right and results, results equals, or I guess we can say result dot push root dot val return results. Oh, but this is not, oh yeah, it's fine. This should return, yeah, it should return an empty one, undefined, and 1. Okay. If not root. Oh, I guess we can just do it at the end. It just wants a number, or it just wants an empty array. Is that going to mess up my other ones though? 1, 1, okay. Okay, so I don't love this answer because like I said, the follow-up really here is like the important piece. So like, can I mark this as not done? Now that I've finished it, is there reset to default, retrieve last submitted? I don't think I can, but let's see. How many questions did we do today? We have 176. I think we did 5. 180. Okay, so now we're averaging 4 or 5 a day. That's not bad. I'm happy with that. Yeah, we're gonna have to remember to come back to this. So if I forget, hopefully whoever's watching, you guys keep me honest, because this really, we need to do it iteratively. That's like the best way for us to do it. Submissions code. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a way to like reset it, but that's fine. Yeah, no, it is cool. It is cool that we did it, but it's not iterative. I'm super like, I'm a stickler for that, man. We did 5. Did we? Oh yeah, we did, right? Because did we? Wait. We did number of lines, distribute candies, uncommon words, and binary tree. Yeah, no, we only did 4. But it's close. I mean, hey, we got close to 5. Those were the glory days, right? Like I remember looking at, I think if we go to LeetCode Live here, we look at like one of the first, or like, let me see how many. I mean, look at this. Like, we're just doing a ton of questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like 8 questions, double the amount that we're doing now because we just haven't done, well, because things are getting like more difficult, right? So that's just like the nature of the beast. That's good though. That's fine. I'm totally cool with that. Anyway, I truly appreciate everyone having joined the stream today. I really hope that for anyone that was able to stick around for a bit, you all learned a thing or two. I hope that you all are learning from this. Make sure to, drop a comment, leave me some feedback if you want me to change a certain thing, or if you feel like I can do something better, or just leave comments if you just want to chat. I'm all open for that. I'll go ahead and after this, I'll make sure to update my website. Remember, it's just rafaelslist.com. If you guys just want to see the top quality questions that we've done so far, I said it in the beginning of the stream, but I am working on a way to like have authentication and authorization to make it easier for people to like persist these sessions across different devices and different machines, so you don't have to just worry about like relying on local storage. So, oh, Rashawn, that's awesome, man. Yeah, if you like what you saw, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to ring that notification bell if you haven't already, so you can just always be up to date. I'm shooting for I really want my 500 subscribers. I mean, we've gained already, like, okay, 3 days ago, we were at 250 and we got 26 in 3 days, which is phenomenal. I really want to hit that 500 so I can unlock the community tab, and it's just going to allow for me to be even more interactive with you all. And I think it'll just be like more fluent in our communication. So thank you all so much once more. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your Thursday. I'll see you all again tomorrow for another live stream. And yeah, happy coding. Oh, that's awesome, Rashawn. Yeah, I really do appreciate you telling everyone. And we'll see where we are in a couple weeks and months. It's a journey, and I'm excited to be on it with all you. So thanks again, everyone. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Happy coding, and yeah.